You know what? I'm not actually gonna tell you how to improve your memory, but instead I'm gonna tell you how to kill what's killing your memory. And this is gonna be very important. I'm gonna give a lot of knowledge in terms of memory, okay? In terms of what I learned. So memory like is so important but yet overlooked. Like we think, okay, memory, like we wanna have good memories. But I feel like with the decline in terms of like diets and attention span and technology and things like this, and like information overload, people will have less and less and less memories, literally. So when we want to, let's say, create a long-term memory, we have something called scheme, like schemas or something, and this is basically a network of like other connected memories. So for example, a schema will be like things like, okay, you think about an apple and a banana. What is the similarity, the common thing about them? Okay, they're both fruits. Oh, now you think about fruit. Now you're like, oh, a berry. A berry is a fruit, and it's connected to bananas and apple because it's a fruit. So what's connected to berry? Oh, the berry, like there's blueberries. Okay, blueberries. Uh, it's blue. Okay, so the color blue, it's connected with blueberries. Okay, so blue, and now you think about the ocean because it's blue. Okay, now you think about the ocean, you think about the water because there's water in the ocean. And now you think about the water, you think about a water bottle. And now you think about a water bottle, you think about plastic. Now you think about plastic, you think about garbage basically. Now you think about garbage, you think about recycle bin. Now you think about recycle bin, you think about paper. Now you think about paper, you think about money. Now you think about money, now you think about an house. Like, you know what I mean? That's how you get complex thoughts. I know that was like not like the best examples, like I'm talking about fruits and everything, but that's how you get very deep in your thoughts. That's just how you get like, basically that's how you get ideas when you're working on a business. When you're deep working, if you practice deep work, or you're in the flow state, you literally experience that. Like you think about something and then it triggers another thought, and it triggers another thought, and it triggers another thought. That's how you get deep into your thoughts and you think about a complex thought. But to have the ability to have complex thoughts or deep thoughts, you need to be able to have detailed schemas, or maybe, in other words, detailed memories. Here comes the problem. Here comes the real like problem. When you are on your phone or on your computer, there's way too many information for you to form a memory. Because, okay, your brain can only hold 5 to 9 things, items at the same time. I'm not saying like 5 to 9 thoughts. I'm talking about like 5 to 9 things that you just learn. So for example, you're reading a book, you learn like you read 4 different chapters. It can only like remember, okay, you got 4 different chapters in your mind. Like let's say, that's not the best example, but look, if you are overloaded with information, then I said it's 5 to 9 thoughts, but people say it's 2 to 4 items. I'm not saying thoughts, but items or things. You can only hold 2 to 4 things in your mind, okay? Now, when you are constantly on your phone, on your computer, all those things, what happens is you're overloaded. Information overloading, like you're overloaded by information. So it kind of like it uses up the space of the items that you hold in your mind. So let's say you read a book, but then you go on your phone. Like the things that you just saw on your phone are literally gonna make it harder for the things that you read to remember. That's why, bro, my memory in terms of like reading books, like what I remember reading books, is actually at 10 times better ever since like I've stopped going on. I literally don't go on my phone. I'm recording right now my videos. I'm not trying to seem like I'm perfect or something, but I don't go on my phone because I don't need to. I got everything on my computer, and I only use my computer because I got a routine. I only use my computer when I got to use it. And that is actually improving my memory. Literally, I remember things, let's say quick maths, bro, I got 1,000 times better without doing anything. I just stopped going on my phone 24/7. Now I have the capacity to remember quick maths that is gonna help me, or I have like the brain capacity or the brain power to do those quick maps, because my brain is not overloaded by information that I gotta remember 24/7. Because I don't go on my phone, and on your phone you're like, oh, you go on Instagram, you see a post, you see another post, you see another post, you go on a story, you see this and that. There's too many information. Yes, human nature is to, humans want information in order to survive. Like, yes, we want information about things. We want to know about how nature works if we want to survive when we're hunting, for sure. Like I said, schemes are basically the complex, like the things that brings complex thoughts. You think about a thought and brings another thought. It's kind of like a network of thoughts. Now, it takes time and mental capacity to form those schemas, which are going to be crucial to your creativity or just your thinking in general. It's crucial. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, only for business. If you want to remember like some good memories, bro, it's crucial. If I'm going to give an example. A schema is basically, let's say you smell something and it makes you remember of, let's say, a trip that you took in the south, like in another country, just because of the smell, because it smells like, let's say it smells like oranges, and now you think about Spain, and now you're like, just because of those oranges, you linked that thought with Spain, and now you think about Spain and all the good memories. That's like why you need schemes, bro. That's why you need complex. You need to form memories. You need to let your brain rest so it can form memories. Your short-term memory is basically where your long-term memory gotta pass first. To form a long-term memory, you first gotta pass to the short-term memory, and that's obvious because you want, like, you're experiencing something and then you're gonna remember it. So your short-term memory is basically your working memory. It can only hold, like I said, like 2 to 4 things at the same time. But if you, like I said, give too much info, then you're not going to be able to form long-term memories. That's why I think that kids nowadays that have a phone at 1 year old, well, they're fucked. They're not going to remember much. They're not going to know, even if they learn about school, like things in school or they read books, they're not going to remember much because they have a phone right in front of them. They have a TV in front of them. They have a computer in front of them. Information overload, or how are they gonna remember everything that they see? That's why when I've read the book 4 Hour Workweek, I just realized, just right now, okay, he said go on the information fast. I made a video. It's like, go on a low information diet. Yeah, go on a low information diet. You don't need to read all the newspaper. You're not gonna remember much. Like, you're not gonna remember, maybe you're gonna remember 1%. You're not gonna remember every story that was in the newspaper or on the news. You're not going to remember every video that you watch. If you watch 10 videos on YouTube today, you're not going to. Your thoughts literally need, your working memory needs mental capacity and time. Even if you pay attention to the world around you, if you're constantly on your phone, constantly on your computer, where information is overloaded, you won't remember much. But if you're, let's say, living and you're like using your phone in quote-unquote moderation, I don't like saying that word, but quote-unquote using it consciously, you're going to be at least able to form those thoughts. Like, yes, you're going to be able to have those long-term memories because you're going to pay attention to the world around you, and now you're going to form memories. It goes very deep because you got to ask yourself, what do you want to pay attention to? What do you want to pay attention to? There was a survey where people were asked, like, or no, that's a question I'm gonna say to you. How much would you pay per week to use a social media platform, and how much would I have to pay you to not go to an event, or to not relive a great moment of your life with some people? Like, let's say you went on a trip and you had a great moment. How much would I have to pay you for you to not relive that moment? The price that you gave for social media is going to be much lower than the price that you said you wanted me to pay you in order to not relive that. Do you understand? Most people still, they still consciously want, they still consciously think it's way more meaningful and fun to have real life experiences rather than being on social media. Yet that's not what most people do. There's the addictive traits about social media, there's addictive trait about your phone, about your computer, everything. You know, how you make your work meaningful. Let's say you're deep working, you're in a flow state, which is so meaningful. Like right now, I'm kind of like in a flow state. I'm not thinking about much, I'm just talking. Okay? When you are in a flow state, if you're able to have schemas, like I said in the beginning, where you trigger a thought and triggers another thought and triggers another thought, and the process goes on unconsciously, and until you realize, oh, like you get this thought that, oh, okay, this is the most brilliant idea. That's how you create meaningful work. You don't create meaningful work by being around 10,000 people, like by being around 10 people and so many distractions, and you cannot even concentrate on what you want to do. You create meaningful work by being concentrated and giving all your brain power to this. Not saying give all your mental energy, but you give all your brain power to this and all your focus and attention. That's how you create meaningful work. So I'm gonna repeat this again. What do you want to pay attention to?